Oh, fellas, what's going on? It's man-to-man football here. Talking about the Dallas Cowboys. We are now 2-4 on the season, coming out of week 6 against the Arizona Cardinals. It was ugly. We lost 38-10. Um, if y'all watched my video about my top 3 things we needed to do, there's a couple in there we did not do. Well, the number one thing is turnovers. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about the leadership on this team. We're going to talk about Zeke. We're going to talk about this defense, the coaching. We've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot to think about as Dallas Cowboys fans right now. Let's jump right into it. I think the number one thing I really want to talk about during this video is the leadership on this team. It is completely gone. Everything is gone on this defense, this offense, the heart and soul of our team on offense that kept us alive, kept the mentality right was Dak Prescott. He was vocal, he was a leader. He wasn't as vocal as you would like most of the time, but he would get into people, he would yell at people, he would hype people up. He would keep the energy on this team, this offense, and keep this team rolling. But now that he is gone, Andy Dalton, the old vet back there, he's not as vocal. It's definitely showing. This offense kind of just went limp after Zeke. Zeke fumbled twice, which I mean, you can't. Can you blame him? It was rough. Zeke has a fumbling problem. Let's talk about Zeke right now quite a bit. Ezekiel Elliott has to hold on to the rock. He came out with a big run, hit a little 10-yarder, hit me with that little feed me Zeke, which is cool, which is great. We all love him. We all love Zeke. But when Dak went down, we all expected Zeke to kind of step up. We expected someone to step up on this offense. And Zeke was definitely my guy that I wanted to go to. I said we should run the ball. We did not do that because Ezekiel Elliott couldn't hold on to the rock. It was ugly. Zeke fumbled twice. Not even on like fantastic defensive plays. He just flat out dropped the rock. It was horrible. Ezekiel Elliott needs to be a leader on this team. He even talks about it in his post-game interview. The guy knows this game was on him. He could have changed the complete momentum of this game, but he put the rock on the ground. The one thing you cannot do, the one thing I talk about in my top 3 video last week. Oh man, fellas, it was bad. But let's move on. Let's move on to Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton played really well. I think he kind of gave us a little show of what a vet quarterback is supposed to look like. There was one player where he motions in Dalton Schultz, and he kind of basically goes max protect because Arizona was showing all out blitz, and they all out blitzed, and we just did not pick it up on the left side. Your left tackle is supposed to kick to the widest man, if I'm not mistaken. Your left tackle is supposed to kick to the widest man. Your running back is supposed to step up into the pocket and basically create that barrier, create that wall. And our left tackle stayed with his guy. Tony Pollard steps up, and the guy from the edge just completely comes free and just blasts Andy Dalton. But Andy Dalton made the right call. Everybody was kind of getting on him about a couple things, but the guy did what he was supposed to. We just didn't execute. So I mean, I can't really blame him. The last pick he had was he was kind of fortunate. He really should have dumped it to Michael Gallup on the outside, but I mean, what can you say? The guy's trying to make something happen down 14, 20 points. So you can't really blame him. The other pick he threw really wasn't his fault. CeeDee Lamb got blatantly tackled in the open field, and we got a no call. We're used to that as Cowboys fans. I don't want to hear excuses. Oh, well, that could have. We deal with that stuff all the time. It's football. Keep going, keep playing. We got to make things happen. We're already down. We need to continue. We need to rise up to the occasion and play better. We did not at all this game. Oh, Andy Dalton, I think he did played well for what we had. The coaching on this team has got to become a focal point. This team has no leaders, which means you have to rely on your coaching to be your leader. And as of right now, we have zero leadership. I talked about it in week 2. I talked about it in week 3. I talked about it in week 4. Coaching is turnovers are a coaching problem. I've talked about it. Even Mike McCarthy came out this week and said, I have a turnover problem on my football team. I need to fix that as a head coach. And I've been talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. People just don't believe me. Coach, turnovers are a coaching issue. Holding on to the ball is a coaching issue because you've got to get your players to hold on to the rock. It is pathetic that we can't do it. Woo! Man, that's enough about the offense before I go crazy. This defense also has a leadership problem. The D-Law is gone again. He is, he's on vacation again, wherever he may be, whether he's hurt or not. He is completely on vacation. He should be upset. We should see him be upset on the sideline. We don't see any life on this team. After Zeke fumbled, which he took away the life of this defense because they came out strong. The offense, mainly Ezekiel Elliott, took all life away from this defense. Took every single ounce of their effort, every single ounce of their soul, and just dropped it on the ground, gave it to the Arizona Cardinals, and they capitalized. This defense is already bad. You can't put a bad defense in bad situations. I've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. I don't understand how a coaching staff cannot see this. It's ridiculous to me. As an NFL coach, you know you have a turnover problem. And you're not doing anything to fix it. Injuries aside, we are banged up. I don't care. Because coaching should fix a turnover issue. If you got a bad quarterback that's putting the ball out there 4 or 5 picks a game, we have not had that in a long time. Coaching is the issue right now. So I'm not sure if Mike McCarthy needs to be here anymore. We'll see. It's a little early to call for that, but I am very positive Mike Nolan should not be here anymore. So, guys, let me know what you think. Do you think coaching is the problem? Do you think this team lacks leadership? Should we sign Earl Thomas to get a little life on this team, a little attitude, a little swag? Let me know. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think. I appreciate it all, guys. Stay tuned for my video this week about our top 3 things we're going to do to beat the Washington Redskins. I'm sorry, Washington football team. Messed that one up real good. It's still tough. Later, fellas.